Hey everyone, I'm Dr. Michael Breus, the Sleep Doctor. You've taken my chrono quiz and congratulations, you're a bear. About 55% of people have the bear chronotype. People with this intermediate chronotype are generally most productive before noon and begin to feel declines in energy in the late afternoon. They begin winding down for sleep in the early evening. Also, the sleep-wake cycle of bears is aligned with the sun, so it's more natural for them to rise and set with the sun. But before we dive into all things bear, let's quickly talk about what a chronotype is and why it's so important. Most people fall asleep every night and wake up every morning around the same time. This is your circadian rhythm. But something to keep in mind is that not everyone's circadian rhythm turns out to be the same. Some people are more night owls, while others are more early birds. This is your chronotype. It's genetic, and believe it or not, we think there's 4. There's the dolphin, the wolf, the bear, and the lion. So let's focus on what makes the bear such a unique chronotype. Being a bear is the best. Let me tell you why. As I mentioned, almost 50 to 55% of the United States are bears. How could that be a good thing? Well, honestly, the whole world is adapted to a bear's schedule. I mean, if you think about a 9 to 5 schedule, it's perfect for a bear. Not so great for an early bird lion and not so good for a night owl wolf. You guys are solar sleepers with what I call a healthy sleep drive. You're kind of the glue that keeps society together. You guys are the ones that get things done, and you have a tendency to be a little bit more extroverted. There are 4 key personality traits of bears. They have a tendency to be cautious, extroverted, friendly, and very easy to talk to. Bears have a tendency to avoid conflict. They take comfort in some familiar surroundings, and they have a tendency to be very kind to others. Some of the most famous bears out there are Stephen King, Jeff Bezos, and my friend Ariana Huffington. Remember, each chronotype has a range of attributes and affinities, so don't worry if you're not exactly like every single one of them, but you really want to be kind of about 75%. If that description fits you, then that's probably a good sign for you. So, how can you get the most out of being a bear? Well, like with all chronotypes, it comes down to doing things according to your natural schedule. Lucky for you, this is much easier for bears than just about anyone else. Let's start with when you go to bed. Changing your sleep time is the #1 thing that you can do. Make sure to start winding down in the early evening and plan to be asleep around 10:30 each night. Next is exercise. Exercise is important for both your physical health and your sleep health. Bears have a tendency to have the best performance in their workouts in the afternoon. However, something that I found out is that bears don't exercise before 1, it's probably not going to happen. Try to set aside some time around noon during your lunch break to fit in your workout instead. And finally, we have everyone's favorite, caffeine. If you'd like to enjoy a cup of coffee or tea in the morning, do me a favor, give it 90 minutes from when you first wake up before you have your first cup. This will give you the biggest boost to your morning. Also, make sure to stop caffeine intake by about 2 p.m. Now, something to keep in mind is that your chronotype can and probably will change throughout your life. Remember when you were 16 years old? What did you probably want to do? Stay up late and sleep late. That would make you a night owl wolf. And guess what? Now you're a bear. These transitions happen all the time. I'm 55 years old and I'm starting to see my chronotype going from a night owl wolf to being an early bird lion, because that's what happens to a large number of people as they get later on into their years. So if you feel like you're 60 to 70% of one chronotype, then go with that one. You'll be surprised at how well it fits. Being a bear gives you the greatest advantage, and it's the easiest one to accommodate. Most of the world works on a bear's schedule, so take advantage of your bearishness. So exercise, caffeinate, and sleep on the schedule that will make you the most productive and won't anger your boss. If you want to learn more about your chronotype, or if you want to see if there's one out there that's a better fit, head on over to thesleepdoctor.com. This is Dr. Michael Breus, the Sleep Doctor, wishing you sweet dreams.